Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on? Just wanted to talk to you about credit fix and pre-qualification. My name is Abdul. Just came out of my office, took a small break to answer some of the questions that I usually get from my buyers, right? So, credit and fixing your credit and getting pre-qualified, right? So, most of the buyers, actually think that they're limited to what they can actually do based on what their lenders tell them. However, there are so many things you can control yourself and fix your credit and do a whole bunch of stuff when you start looking for houses. For an example, let me give you this example, right? Let's assume you started looking for houses on Zillow, on Craigslist, on you started talking to realtors who are helping you see houses and everything, right? So the first thing you do is all you do is just focus on buying houses, looking for different houses, going to open house, doing all this research. However, you should also simultaneously be looking for your credit. Okay, you should be monitoring your credit to see what is going on with your credit. There are so many credit card companies who actually put hard credit inquiries every 6 months to 12 months, right? And that can significantly affect your score, right? So one thing I would recommend is monitor your credit, okay? And there are so many things from your credit you can actually fix, right? There are companies like Credit Karma, CreditWise, etc., who would actually give you updates on your credit, what your credit is looking, what you can do to fix it, right? And one of the things you can actually do to fix your credit is monitor the credit, right? If you keep monitoring it, if there is any changes you see, 5 points dropping, 5 points increase, you can fix it. Go to all of your credit cards and do an auto pay. Okay, so for an example, when you're looking for houses, you are always so excited, so busy that you forget to pay your bills, right? And when a week before, when your lender is doing a final credit check, they see, well, you had 100% payments and we pre-approved you, but now I see that you have missed 2 payments because you were all excited looking for furniture, buying your house, buying a new car, talking to all your friends and family about how awesome is your house you're looking to buy. However, you forget to make the payments because you're all excited. This is a new thing. This is a big decision. You're trying to sell your existing house or cancel the lease and doing all these plans, looking for schools in the areas where your kids can go, but you forget to make the payments. So first, do an auto pay on all your credit cards. Whatever the balance is, minimum due, whatever, the credit card company will auto charge you, right? If, for an example, your credit card company is a really small company, you have some store credit card, they don't have an auto pay, put a calendar reminder in your phone or put a calendar and write on it, right, in your home, and put it on your fridge that you have a payment due on this date so that you can make that payment, right? Second thing, go to your history, okay, 2 years history, and see all the derogatory remarks, missed payments, and all that type of stuff, right? And you can actually write a letter to the credit card company regarding any derogatory remarks or any missed payments. So for an example, what happened was I actually have a bunch of credit cards, right? I don't use all of them. I use a couple. And one time I mistakenly used one of my credit cards, which I usually don't use, and I forgot to make the payment. And they put a derogatory remark, and my credit line decreased by like 7 points. So what I did is I wrote a letter saying that I'm 100% on payments, and this, all of that stuff. It was just a mistake, I'm not gonna repeat it again. I missed my payment, and it was just like $20 or something, right? And I wrote a letter, and then I thought like they wouldn't accept it, but they accepted it, right? Another company actually put a derogatory remark on my credit, because I didn't make the payment because they didn't provide me the services I needed. So I had to hire an attorney, talk to the attorney. The attorney charged me a few $100s for his fee, and he helped me remove the derogated remark. Okay, so for an example, if you have a derogated remark, you have missed payments, you have issues on your credit, things of that sort, you can easily write letters, talk to attorneys, and remove all of that. So for an example, you're looking to buy a house, it's $400,000 because your credit, you're only able to buy a house with $300,000, or you're able to buy a $400,000 house. However, your interest payments are high. So that interest payment is not for 1 month, it's not for 2 months. It's for the entire term, which is like 20, 30 years loan, right? So if you can fix your credit by monitoring it, by going to the history and looking into all those things that can affect your credit, you can actually fix it. You can get a better loan. You can qualify more easily. You would have more options. You can do a whole bunch of stuff, right? And a few other things is, for an example, if you have if you have 2 credit cards, let's say for an example, and you have maxed out both of them. However, you want to pay one of the cards, and one of the cards you want to just leave it maxed out. I'm not a credit expert, but I'd recommend do a little bit research, because what I heard is if you can keep the credit cards below 40% of their limit, your credit score will be better. So instead of paying one card in full, you can pay both of those cards, probably 50% or 60% each of them. Then you can keep those credit card limits 40% utilization or less, then your score will be better off. And don't open new accounts. Also, don't buy anything. Lenders actually do a credit check 1 to 2 days before the closing. So for an example, you have a pre-approval letter, you got the property under contract, and you have accepted an offer, the sellers have accepted an offer, and now you're actually trying to make all those purchases for your house. Sorry, my glasses fell out. So if you actually buy a house which is $300,000, everything is good to go, and you have a credit limit of probably $20,000. What you do is maybe a week before you buy all the furniture and everything. And guess what? If the lender does a credit inquiry a day before and they see extra $10,000 charges and 50% of credit utilization that you didn't have before, they can cancel the loan, because the lender has a right to do a credit check before the day of the closing. So there have been so many times things actually went sideways. So don't buy furniture, don't buy anything. You can actually go to the furniture stores. You can pay a $50, $100 deposit, tell them like not to sell it to someone if you really like it. But there's always good things out there. You can always go shop for everything you need and buy it after the closing. Don't buy anything before the closing. Buy after the closing has been done, right? Nowadays it's so easy. You can just like go select the furniture. Once the closing has been done, just call them, make the payment over the phone, and buy whatever you want, right? So I'd recommend do that, right? So you always have like questions other than what you're looking to do, but I do give my buyers a session on what they should be doing to fix their credits. Obviously there is not everything I can talk about in this video. If you are in Northwest, you are in Seattle, Tacoma area, Bellevue, Washington, give me a call and I can help you out with your questions. Thank you.